Flashcard Plus is a set of guidelines designed to radically speed up memorizing flashcards. It's very simple and can be used with either digital or written cards. Normally, once people get questions right, they stop testing themselves. This is a mistake. Actively recalling information strengthens your memory more than reading or concept mapping, but only if you're recalling the information correctly. This is called the testing effect. Students who study flashcards but stop when they get all the answers right do worse on tests than those who continue for 5 correct passes. Studying a set of flashcards once is not enough to commit it to long-term memory. The memory spacing effect shows that repeatedly studying the same information at gradually increasing intervals is better for memorization than cramming. The Lightner system is a common way of filtering cards into groups based on how often they're answered correctly. Easier cards are studied less often, and very easy cards may be dropped. This is a good idea, but once a question is answered correctly, it changes groups, so the testing effect is minimal. It can be difficult to keep track of the different groups of cards, and research shows that dropping easy cards from testing negatively affects test scores. A mediator is something that relates to both the question and the answer. This is usually a word or image. These associations make it easier to form mental connections and recall the answers. It's a technique that people often use naturally to help their memory. Use a selection of 5 or 6 different colors to write your flashcards, but only use one color per card. Write the question on the front of the card as normal, but on the back, write the question and answer together instead of just the answer. Take a batch of 10 cards with the answer sides face up. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and aim to complete 5 error-free passes before the buzzer sounds. If this is your first time working with this batch of 10, you need to prime yourself before you test yourself. Cycle through the cards, reading each one and spending just a few seconds trying to find a word or mental image that connects the question to the answer. After that, flip the cards over and try to remember the answer to each question. If you get the answer right, move the card to the back of the stack, as you usually would. If you get the question wrong, slide the card into the middle of the stack. When the buzzer sounds, put the cards to one side. Wait for an hour, then go through the same batch again, always aiming for 5 correct passes in 5 minutes. You can stop early if you beat the timer. Once you've done that, put a post-it note on the stack of cards. This is to let you know to go through them again once the following day. The next day, add 2 days to whichever day of the week it is, and write this on the post-it note. So if it's a Monday, write Wednesday on the note and stick it back on the stack. From this point on, study that set of cards once every time that day comes around until your exam. This means you'll gradually increase the time that you see each set from 1 hour to 1 week.